From rugged coastlines to sun-bleached temples, from epic myths to the birth of democracy, ancient Greece was more than just a place on the map. It was a force that reshaped human history. Over 2,500 years ago, a collection of independent city-states along the Aegean Sea began laying the foundations of philosophy, politics, science, and art that still influence our world today. But Greece's story is not one of a single empire's rise. It's the tale of fierce rivals, brilliant minds, and a culture both deeply spiritual and startlingly modern in its thinking. At its heart were the city-states, the most famous being Athens and Sparta. Athens championed democracy, debate, and intellectual exploration. Great thinkers like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle questioned the nature of truth, justice, and the universe itself, setting the stage for Western philosophy. Sparta, on the other hand, built a society around discipline, endurance, and military excellence. These two powers could not have been more different. Yet their clash at battles like the Peloponnesian War shaped the destiny of the Greek world. Greek art and architecture became symbols of perfection and balance. The Parthenon still stands as a reminder of their mastery of proportion and harmony. In theaters carved into the hillsides, playwrights like Sophocles and Euripides explored the depths of human emotion, tragedy, and morality, stories that still resonate in today's dramas and films. Yet, Greece was also a deeply religious land. The people believed their world was watched over by a pantheon of gods and goddesses, each with human flaws and passions. Temples rose to honor Zeus, Athena, Apollo, and others, and myths told tales of heroes like Hercules and Achilles, stories that blended history and legend so seamlessly that even now they spark the imagination. But Greece's legacy was not confined to its shores. Alexander the Great, the Macedonian king tutored by Aristotle, carried Greek culture across Egypt, Persia, and into India, blending it with local traditions to create the vast Hellenistic world. The Greek language became a tool of knowledge, science, and trade, and ideas born in small city-states spread to the edges of the known world. Even in decline, Greece's influence endured. Rome absorbed its philosophy, art, and governance. Centuries later, during the Renaissance, Europe rediscovered Greek texts and was inspired to pursue art, science, and reason once again. Modern democracy, scientific thought, and literature still carry the fingerprints of Greek genius. Ancient Greece was not perfect. Its democracy excluded women and slaves. Its rivalries brought destruction as often as progress. But its daring to ask questions, its devotion to beauty, and its hunger for knowledge made it one of the greatest civilizations in human history. The ruins that remain are more than stone. They are echoes of a society that refused to be ordinary, and instead aimed to shape the very way humans think, govern, and dream. The rise of classical Greece in the 5th century BCE marked a golden age of philosophy, art, and politics. Athens emerged as a powerful city-state, fueled by its naval dominance and its democratic experiment, where citizens, though limited to free-born males, had the right to vote and participate in decision-making. This was the time of Socrates, who questioned everything, Plato, who envisioned an ideal republic, and Aristotle, who laid the foundations for science and logic. Theaters echoed with the works of playwrights like Sophocles and Euripides, and marble temples such as the Parthenon crowned the Acropolis, symbols of civic pride and devotion to the gods. Yet Greece was never a united nation. It was a tapestry of fiercely independent city-states, each with its own culture, government, and ambitions. While Athens thrived on democracy and culture, Sparta built a society centered on military discipline and strength. the rivalry between these two powers exploded into the Peloponnesian War, a devastating 27-year conflict that left Greece weakened and vulnerable to outside powers. This vulnerability paved the way for the rise of Macedonia under King Philip II and his son, Alexander the Great. Alexander's conquests spread Greek language, culture, and ideas across vast territories from Egypt to India. This era, known as the Hellenistic Age, saw Greek thought merge with the traditions of other civilizations, influencing art, science, and governance for centuries to come. However, the fragmentation of Alexander's empire after his death left Greece open to new threats. By the 2nd century BCE, Rome had conquered Greece, admiring its culture even as it absorbed its territories. Greek language, philosophy, and art deeply shaped Roman civilization, ensuring that Greece's cultural legacy survived even under foreign rule. During the Byzantine era, Greece became a center of Orthodox Christianity, preserving ancient manuscripts and traditions. Centuries later, Ottoman rule brought hardship, but also resilience. In the 19th century, inspired by Enlightenment ideals and their ancient heritage, the Greek people fought for and won independence, creating the modern Greek state. Today, Greece stands as a bridge between past and present. The ruins of temples and theaters still whisper stories of gods, heroes, and philosophers. Its islands and cities bear the marks of every empire that passed through, yet its language and traditions remain uniquely Greek. The nation's history is a testament to its ability to endure, adapt, and inspire the world, proving that even in the face of conquest and change, the spirit of a people can remain unbroken. Through centuries of political upheaval, foreign invasions, and cultural shifts, Greece adapted without losing the essence of its identity. Its people have endured wars, occupations, and economic hardships, yet the ideals that emerged from the ancient city-states still inspire democracies and free societies around the world today. From the marble ruins of the Parthenon to the living traditions in rural villages, Greece remains a place where the past is not just remembered, it is lived. In the modern era, Greece's influence is not confined to its own borders. Its art, philosophy, and history are taught in classrooms on every continent, shaping how humanity understands concepts like beauty, governance, and freedom. This small country, nestled in the Mediterranean, has left a footprint far larger than its size would suggest. And as long as people continue to seek wisdom in the words of Socrates or marvel at the timeless beauty of its landscapes, Greece's legacy will endure. If you enjoyed this journey through Greece's rich history, subscribe to our channel for more captivating stories from around the world.